sufficient for learners to progress to senior school pathways that require basic competencies in the subject areas. Female learners outperformed male learners in the proportion meeting and exceeding expectations in 10 subjects out of the 12 subjects. The widest gender gap was observed in Kiswahili at 64.86% versus 51.41%, followed by CRE at 59.77% versus 48.39%, English 52.86% versus 48.45%, and social studies at 62.98% versus 54.35%. Of concern, however, are mathematics and the Kenya Sign Language, which recorded 32.44% and 22.14% of the learners performing at meeting and exceeding expectation, respectively. Of the 1,130,459 candidates who sat for the 2025 KJSEA, 59.09% have demonstrated potential to pursue the STEM pathway at senior school. 46.52% have demonstrated capacity to pursue the social science pathway, and 48.73% the arts and sports pathway. Ladies and gentlemen, the next important step is a placement and transition of learners to senior school. Learners will be placed to senior schools based on their performance and selected pathways, in line with the recommendations of the Presidential Working Party on Education Reform. The assessment of learners at grade 9 comprised 20% from the Kenya Primary School Education Assessment, 20% from the school-based assessment in grade 7 and 8, and 60% summative evaluation at grade 9. This summative evaluation is the KJSEA. As you already know, we clustered current schools based on the pathways that they will offer. This formed the basis of the selection of schools that learners and parents undertook earlier this year. As we speak today, the total capacity of the 9,540 senior schools is 2.2 million learners. A total of 929,262 learners will be exiting secondary school after the KJSEA this year. Senior schools will therefore have an extra classroom left by the fact that we'll only have 3 classes at this level. These classrooms are expected to provide extra space, enabling us to avoid overcrowding. We therefore have more than enough capacity to accommodate the learners whose results we are releasing.